All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dowell. I'm going to go ahead and answer this question. I have a few minutes before I have to go to scripture study. However, if you want to tune in to scripture study, there's a website behind me, www.online-church.org. I'll be there in a few minutes. We have scripture study every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let me go ahead and ask this question. I want to answer this question, all right? All right. Twice today, I had some people ask me straight up, Pastor Dowell, how are you able to do all of this building debt-free? Well, again, listen to me very carefully. I educated myself at a very, very young age that I would not go out and saddle myself up to a 30-year mortgage. I just simply wasn't going to do it. When I, at the time, stated to my wife that I'm going to build our own house. And then once I realized I was an Israelite, the community was priority. And that's the word of the hour is priorities. You see, most of us are displaced in our mind, and we put the wrong priorities first. Let me give you an example. All right. Let's say if you're a banker, all right, and then someone comes in and they're looking for a home loan. All right. That loan officer, you could have good credit. And you could be dressed properly. You could even have a nice vehicle out in the parking lot. The problem is this, though. You may not get that home loan for this house that you're looking for based on this. If that banker turns around and sees that you have a brand new, I mean spanking brand new Ford F-250 or a Cadillac or a Mercedes or a Chevrolet Suburban or Tahoe or something like that. They see that you got a brand new that and you're making a $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000, $1,200 a month payment on a vehicle. That's telling them that you've got your priorities wrong. Because see, what'll happen is that if you fall on hard times and you've got this you got this mortgage payment, you got these car loans and stuff, you went and got and paid a whole lot more money for a car, a transportation, which you could get at half the price than you did in order to shelter yourself and protect yourself from the elements. And that constitutes bad priorities. And so I'm a little bit different. Matter of fact, I'm going to say this. I'm a whole lot different than any pastors, preachers, teachers you ever meet because I don't take a salary. I work. I literally work my rear end off. Now, people do send me offerings. And most of them, when they send it to me, they say, Pastor, and they almost beg me, could you please use this for you? Please use this for you. But whenever we have offerings that come in, if we have someone that's giving tithes or someone's giving offerings to the ministry, I don't take them and go live in some of these lavish houses like these preachers and teachers do and everything. The house that you see, this wall right here, I laid 95% of these blocks myself. I did the dirt work myself. I pretty much framed this roof with the help of the brethren myself. I was the only block layer on this community when I built this house. It took me a long time to build it, but yet and still I built it. I did it with my own two hands. I didn't have it built. And I paid for it as I went. If I didn't have the money, I wasn't buying any building material. And I still follow those same principles today. You'll never, ever, ever, ever get ahead. And your people, if they're with you, they will never even understand finances. They will never understand the priorities. They will never even understand what it means to actually invest in something and do it properly if they don't see it physically done. You can talk to people all day long. Words are cheap. Talk is cheap. But what really truly brings an impact on people is what they see you do. So when I get offerings in, when I get tithes in into the ministry, you know what I mean, or given to me, they mostly give it to me. I take it and I put it right back into the land. I have food, I have raiment, and I'm content. Well, Pastor, I see you drive nice cars. Yeah, watch this though. My cars and my trucks are 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old. Yeah, I know it's hard to believe. I have a truck out here right now that has 330,000 miles on it. All of our vehicles, every single one of them, before I even buy them, usually have over 100,000 miles on them. You see, it's about priorities. The home is first, the shelter. And you can worry about these vehicles, all that other stuff. Transportation is just basically a hunk of iron going down the road. But we take care of what we have, and it lasts us for a little while. So when I buy a vehicle, chances are we may get 5 to 7 years out of it. But you know what? I didn't pay no 70, 80, 90, or $100,000 for it. I wouldn't do that when I could pay that kind of money for a roof over my head. You see, it's all about priorities. You don't go out there and saddle yourself with a whole bunch of car notes and car insurance and everything when you really truly need what's priority, what's first, which is shelter, and you need food. That's what you need. And so I do things just differently. I do things differently. I work, I bring in money myself, I bring in income myself, and the people that live on the community, the men who do work, everybody doesn't work on a job at the community, but they work extremely hard on this community because we are all tribal, and we're doing this together in oneness. That's how we do this. And that is how I'm able to accomplish a lot. Because right now, as you see with the prices going up, goods and services extremely going off of the chain, you can see inflationary depression that we're in. I don't care how much they fuzz the numbers and cook the books. We have no stomach to balance the budget. It never will be balanced, and prices are only going to continue to keep going up. I remember when I first bought a 2x4. I remember I first bought a 2x4. It was $1.75 when I first moved here. Now it's $3.35 a piece for a 2x4. You see the inflation? See what's happening? So right now, while I have a chance to build, you know what I mean? We build because the day is coming. The day is coming when we're not going to be able to go outside that gate and buy any of that material because we simply are not going to have that amount of money, that amount of Federal Reserve notes coming in. So it's about your priorities in life. And everything you do in life is about your priorities. All right, I'm going to be here in a few minutes. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I got to go to scripture study. I hope I helped some of you out there. Have a good evening.